right, we're backstage at the Regent, joined by Marc from DragonForce. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you, man?
Fantastic.
You good?
Are you coming from the Bay, traveling around the world, just getting the new tour started, I hear?
Yeah. Well, actually, this is the end of the American tour.
Oh, the end of America. Okay.
Yeah, we've been touring pretty much non-stop since September 2014. So this has been going on and on. This is the second tour with Camelot, and then yeah, we've just got 5 shows left. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The home stretch.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
And where are you based yourself?
I'm from Oxford, England.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm the only English one in the English band. Actually, everyone else is from other places. So yeah.
Ah, I love it. I love it. So take us back a little bit as far as you growing up, getting into music. At what age did you start making music? What age did you start? Or who were your heroes? Who inspired you to do this?
Well, I think I first started kind of getting into metal as a genre maybe when I was like 14, 15.
Okay.
And I've always been more of a guitar player than anything else, even though I'm singing with DragonForce. But so kind of like I picked that up first, guitar.
Yeah, start with the guitar.
Yeah. So as a lot of kids did, I was listening to Metallica and Maiden and stuff like that. And then when I kind of decided to do a bit more singing, I was kind of more into Halloween and Sebastian Bach and other people like that. They're the kind of vocal heroes, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
And at what age did you start singing in bands?
I actually started singing because we didn't have a singer and no one was going to do it, so I was like, I'll try and play guitar and sing then. And I think I was maybe about 16, 17 when I started doing that. Okay.
So you started doing both? You were playing guitar while you were singing?
Yeah. I was trying to do the whole Hetfield thing, kind of, sort of, kind of like that. Right. And then, then I kind of focused more on vocals, and I discovered some singers who were doing stuff that I'd never heard of before. More melodic singing, like higher range singing. So I just kind of like thought, actually, I can't really do both at the same time. I should just concentrate on one thing. So I got more into the vocals, and then out of nowhere, DragonForce picked me up. So that just kind of happened. So.
Well, I know it was an extensive search for a singer. How did you hear about the audition, and what was that process like?
Well, I heard about it on their website because the guitar player of the last band I was in, which was just a small band, he was like, I just read DragonForce need a new singer, you should just try and audition for them. And I was like, yeah, okay, I could do that. Like, never expecting anything to happen. And I sung Through the Fire and the Flames, sent it off, and then I think the same night that I sent it, I had a reply from Herman. He said, can you do this song? I was like, okay, I'll try. So filmed myself singing it, sent it off, replied the same night, and he was like, try this song. And they were just testing me, remotely, if you like, from London to Oxford to see what I could do. And then I turned up and did like a live rehearsal with them, and they were happy with that. I tried singing some stuff on the new album just to see how my voice fit in with the, how I deal with the studio environment.
Sure.
And everything went well, and the rest is history, I guess. They just kind of said I had the job. It took about 8 months though from my first audition to them saying I've got the job. It was a long time.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But you felt things were going well, and it was leading towards that, but you didn't get the official.
That's true. Yeah. They gave me the official. Yes, you're in the band. Like 8 months after. So I think they were testing other people and stuff. So it's fair enough.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, DragonForce is well known. They got the the blazing lead guitars, the duals, and all that. What was your impression of the band before you joined?
I really liked them again because I was a guitar player mainly. So obviously, listening to Herman and Sam, I thought was really cool. And I remember actually when I was driving to my rehearsals with my last band, I was listening to Sonic Firestorm in the car, so I had one of their albums already. And then, but yeah, like I'm not like I wasn't the biggest fan before joining them. I just I was like, that's a cool band. Like I was into everything. And then when they needed a singer, I was like, well, that could be me, so I'm gonna try.
So you went from being a small band to now a world touring band.
Exactly.
What's the most challenging thing? Because obviously, a lot of people coming up, they think it's just an endless party, when in fact it's grueling. There's a lot of travel, a lot of waiting around for that time on stage. Yeah. What was the hardest thing for you to get used to with the touring?
I mean, in a way, I really don't like waiting around for anything. I kind of, because I came from working all my life pretty much to this, which is still kind of work, but it's totally different. But I can't. I find it quite tough to deal with the daily kind of schedule of wake up, wait around, do a sound check, wait around again, and then play. I just want to be doing stuff. So that for me is a bit tough. But I mean, some people like thrive in that atmosphere. Some people like to just sit around all day on their laptop doing nothing or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to get to that stage point.
Yeah.
You know. Now, what countries have you toured in so far? Obviously, Europe, North America. Any other places it's taken you?
North America, South America, Japan, Australia, Russia. Yeah, the rest of Europe. Pretty much, I've been nearly everywhere, I think, so far. We've done 2 world tours since I joined.
Is that right?
So yeah, there's a few places.
Well, we always hear about the South American audiences being very enthusiastic. How did you find them?
Yeah, they are. They're great. I mean, they know their stuff. Like everyone, you know, they know the history of the band. Everyone's kind of like, they know a lot more about you than you think. It's quite strange, but yeah, the fans themselves, they're so energetic and the kind of. I get the impression that they're really grateful because obviously bands that come there will only maybe go there once a year or once per touring cycle. So they're always waiting outside. They want everything signed and stuff. It's cool. There's a lot to deal with though. Sometimes it's just like, wow, it's crazy. Yeah.
We see the Maiden documentaries and all that. You know,
yeah,
it's
that's
just
a different level.
Yeah, insane. But I guess again, it's not countries you can just drive down to. You know, so. You know, it's a special thing to go there, and they really relish the thought. You know? They camped out waiting. What are some of the other places that you've played that are kind of an eye opener? That were either different culturally, or because we know a lot of the fans tend to be somewhat similar. But as far as places to go that really opened your eyes.
I would say that Indonesia was quite strange for me because. The fans were amazing there, and it was my first time ever being there, and it was a really hot, humid place, and the venue, the sound was amazing, but the venues themselves were quite kind of run down places. Okay. So it was strange. It was like it was really awesome, and at the same time it was kind of a bit like I don't know how to say it. Not in a bad way. It was just very basic, basic. The places we went to, but the people were so cool that I can't complain in any way. But my favourite place to play is Japan. Okay. So we played a few shows in Tokyo this year. We did Loud Park and 2 shows in a place called Akasaka Blitz, which is near Tokyo. And again, that's my favourite place to play. I like to say it was America or California, but sure. I've definitely got a kind of soft spot for that place.
Yeah, and what makes it so special?
Just the cultural difference is amazing. It only seems to have it only seems to be a positive change between kind of Western people and them. Like they're really respectful, and they really kind of treat the artists so well. They turn up to your hotel, they give you presents and stuff. And they're just really nice. And it's as simple as that really. Like people are nicer there than they are where I'm from, and I kind of I like that. It makes me want to go back there all the time.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Now, Herman's ancestry, is he from Japan?
No.
Where's he from? Korea?
No, Hong Kong, actually.
Hong Kong,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So is it kind of special, like a homecoming, when he goes back there? Do the people really appreciate the fact that they have one of their own? Yeah,
I mean, it's quite cool because in the band, we pretty much have somebody who will speak the language of most countries we go to, or at least a bit. So when we go to Hong Kong, obviously Herman speaks Cantonese. Cantonese, I think, is it Mandarin? I get the 2 mixed up. So he can talk on stage, and he always gets the fans on board because they're like, he's like back and everything. We go to France, and our bass player is French. He can speak French. He can also speak German. I can speak a bit of German as well. Okay. Keyboard player is Ukrainian, so he can speak Russian, Ukrainian. So everywhere we go, we can have some kind of link with the fans and stuff. So.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. It's
well, obviously Germany is a great market, for hard rock and metal.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about playing for the Germans?
I like. It's kind of hard to put your finger on it, really, but there's this funny sense of kind of like unity over there. I don't know why. When it comes to metal, it seems like a closed group, and everyone who's into it is really into it. And they put a lot of effort into you know, the festivals they have, like Wacken Festival.
Mm-hmm.
We did a cruise early on in the year, which was
Okay.
for Wacken as well.
Yeah.
And they just, they seem to do it all right. They always have good beer, good music, good everything, good food, and they just, you know, they really enjoy it. So, but I mean, like that's probably the most standout thing about them. But apart from that, they're just kind of, I like to go there. I like the fact that I speak the language as well, so that's cool.
Sure. I knew you played a lot of festivals. What's like some of the most surreal moments when you walk out on stage and just see either the mass of people or the location that you might be performing in?
I think Download Festival in England was quite a big one, because obviously being English, that's any guy who's in a band dreams of playing Download at some point. So that has like a special thing for me. But at the same time, we did Loud Park in Japan, which was 20,000 people, which was pretty impressive to look at, you know. Just walk out on stage. I didn't even know there was that many people there until stage time.
Okay.
So that was cool. We also did a festival in Sardinia, which is the island off the coast of Italy. And it was this strange location, like in a kind of valley.
Okay.
It's like, so there's like beautiful scenery everywhere, and then we're just playing this stage, like overlooking everything.
Wow.
And that was cool. I mean, it suits the music we were playing, you know, playing
Sure.
power metal and looking out on mountains and stuff. So that's cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to play Red Rocks in Colorado? Done Red Rocks yet?
No.
It's got those big, beautiful red rock formations around the
cool.
sides. It's you may have probably seen a video of it.
I'm sure. I know what you're talking about.
Famous YouTube video back in the day, live at Red Rocks. But
okay.
it's a nice place here in America.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we're trying to catch up. You know, there's more and more festivals being formed here.
Yeah.
And you know, it's you know, they take a little page from the Europeans, and you know how important it is over there. So as far as touring, how do you keep your voice in shape? What, you do anything special to keep your health?
Yeah, that's a difficult one, really. I have to make sure that I warm up my voice every day quite well. And some days that's fine. Some days it takes a little bit longer. And just have to avoid a couple of things, like if everyone after the show goes to a loud club and everyone's shouting at each other, drinking and everything. That's
straining your
ruins
voice.
Your voice really quick. So I do my fair share of the after show party stuff, but I try and keep myself a little bit in check compared to everyone else, because you know your fingers work the same the next day if you've been drinking, but your voice might not. So it's all a balancing act, really. I have to admit, it is kind of annoying that I have to be that guy, but at the same time, if I'm not that guy, then I can't be the guy on the stage that I'm supposed to be. So
of course, well, you know, the fans in every city, they want your all.
Exactly.
You know, and like you say, you can change guitars, you can play guitar without a voice, but this is the human part of the band, right?
Yeah. It sucks sometimes, but it's at the same time, I guess it's cool, because I have the main job, really. I'm the guy at the front, so for all the sacrifices I make with not being able to do exactly what I want, I get to be that guy, so it's kind of worth it.
Sure. And out there in the modern, you know, world, are there any bands that you've had a chance to either perform with or tour with that you are inspired by? Any other singers that you, every chance you get, you try and watch their performance?
I mean, my first performance with DragonForce was supporting Iron Maiden. So that was massive for me. I was just like, wow, like what a way to start.
Right.
But since then, I've actually, the best singers that I've met have been in bands that have kind of haven't even made it yet. So there's like a few bands coming up in different territories. I was like, that guy's really good, and this guy's really good. But I haven't really played that much with my heroes per se yet, because I'm more of a progressive metal fan, progressive rock fan. So I would love to play with like Symphony X and Dream Theater, or like you know, to go. It would never happen, but like Rush in Canada, that would be amazing. Those are the kind of people that I listen to when I go home. So.
Right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Now, all that you've seen and everything you've been through, what advice do you give to the young singers, the young bands, the young players out there? You know, we know the business is constantly changing, but as far as either creatively or the mind state that it takes to persevere in this business, you know, what advice do you give?
I mean, it takes, if you get to the level where you're touring all the time, it will dominate your whole life. So you need to be aware of that. Like if you, because that was something I didn't really expect. I thought I could do the DragonForce thing while I still keep this on the go and this, you know, in your personal life and stuff. But eventually, one by one, everything does disappear, and this becomes the main thing.
Yeah.
So you need to be prepared for that.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you really want to do it, then it's worth the sacrifice.
Yeah, you can't just dip in and do it.
Yeah, you can. I mean, there's some things which you can still keep, but
Sure.
eventually it just becomes a bit overwhelming, I guess.
Mhm.
But the thing is, if you're good at what you're doing, keep doing it. And like what happened to me, I never thought I would be in this band. I just sent one audition, and next thing you know, here I am. So if you're a good guitar player, good singer, keyboard player, just keep at it, and one day there'll be an opportunity, and take it.
Yeah. And as far as you seeing the band evolve, what are you most proud of achieving with the latest album?
I actually like the fact that we did an acoustic song on the album before.
Mm-hmm.
That was an achievement because they never did one before,
Mm-hmm.
and then they get a new singer, and that's the first thing we did. So
Mm-hmm.
that was cool. But apart from that, I'd say actually I'm more proud of the DVD we just released, because we released that a couple of months. I can't remember when it was now.
Yeah.
Recently. So that was like a live performance in Japan with like 10 cameras, all HD and everything, and the way that came out in the end was really good. Like, that was a good show, good performance, good crowd, and that was the one we had for the DVD. So I was really happy about that, because you know, there could be a show that I wasn't happy about that they chose, and I'm like, oh no, don't make the DVD. But that show was really cool. So again, like, that was a kind of one of those goals in life. Like, if I could do an album, that'd be cool. If I could do a live DVD, that'd be cool. And I've done both of them now. So.
Okay. So it's a good souvenir for the fans, and then a good way to get new fans, because when people watch the DVD, they haven't seen the band live. Certainly entices them to come out and see you.
Yeah, that's the point, I hope.
Great. Well, Marc, we appreciate your time. I know it's going to be an awesome show tonight in LA, and can't wait to see you back on the road and future tours.
Awesome, me too.
Thank you so much.